Good afternoon. I'm County Executive Ken Jenkins, and today is Monday, October 20th, and we are doing our weekly media briefing. We have some guests this afternoon. Our municipal guest is going to be Tarrytown Mayor Karen Brown. We're going to have some exciting news from the Department of Community Mental Health with our Deputy Commissioner Joe Glazer coming up to do an introduction. Deputy County Executive will come up and let us know about the next program with Lights On After School. And we are going to be have a guest from the Board of Legislators, Erica Lang-Pierce, who's going to be here because of her support for the programs that happen out of the Youth Bureau. We're going to talk with Peter McCart about the Airport Energy Pilot Program that we have going on. Talk about everything that's happening in the in our diversity job fair, but also in our nationally accredited and award-winning park system. Richard's going to tell us about his freestyle skills that's coming up next weekend, right? So the Deputy County Executive will tell us all about that. But the first person that we're going to talk to is our Tarrytown Mayor, Mayor Karen Brown. She'll let us know everything that's happening in the village. This is an exciting time of the year, or maybe not so exciting time of the year, because everyone comes up to Tarrytown and their neighbor next door to the village of Sleepy Hollow. Because of the Halloween times, they have so much great things that are happening. They had the Witches Festival over the weekend. About 15,000 people come through Tarrytown and Sleepy Hollow during this time of year. It is challenging from a leadership perspective in trying to get things done, but there's no better person that can manage that than our good friend, the Village Mayor of Tarrytown, Karen Brown.
Thank you, Ken. Good afternoon, everyone, and again, thank you, County Executive Jenkins, for having me here today. Yes, fall is bewitching in the village of Tarrytown, and there are many wonderful events going on. We have probably 15,000 visitors each weekend for the various events that are coming up, and I am going to tell you all about the ways we celebrate, but first I'm going to start on a more serious note, because Tarrytown's a great place to live, not only because we have fun, but because it's a place where residents value diversity, and we insist upon equity in all of our advancements. The village is coming towards the end of two major mobility studies. The first is the New York State Complete Street Studies of Route 9, the Route 9 corridor, and the second, which a study we did along with our school district and the village of Sleepy Hollow, is called Safe Streets for All. And the goals of these programs are to improve the quality of life for pedestrians, bicyclists, and drivers throughout all the areas of our villages. Tarrytown has also applied to be a pro-housing community, and there are projects at our planning board for the addition of 300 units on a beautiful property at the base of the Mario Cuomo Tappan Zee Bridge. And I think that's going to be a great addition to our community. And finally, the village has also adopted New York State's good cause eviction, and this extends protections to tenants, and we aim to keep people in their homes and keep Tarrytown an economically diverse area. And now finally, Tarrytown's doing its part to improve the electricity grid in our region by passing responsible battery energy storage system legislation. And I'm proud of all the efforts of our village in these areas. And so now I want to talk to you about the more fun things that we do. And the first, of course, coming up this weekend, Saturday, October 25th at 5 p.m., is the Best in Westchester Tarrytown Halloween Parade. Start by at one of our fellow river communities and hop on Metro North to come to Tarrytown for the parade, because parking and traffic can be truly frightening. If you're coming from the north, you could go to Peekskill, Croton, or Ossining. If you're coming from the south, go to Yonkers, Hastings, Dobbs Ferry, or Irvington. You can enjoy a meal before or after in these communities and avoid all of the traffic gridlock and not have to worry about where to park your car. I think you may be seeing, I'm not sure, a video of the last year's parade. It just is a wonderful spectacle and a good time for all. Throughout the year, Tarrytown is a wonderful place to visit. Our Business Alliance has launched a new website and an Instagram page called Only in Tarrytown, and it offers a map and a guide of downtown businesses. I'm so proud of the coordination between our local businesses and our village administration, and this has led Tarrytown's Main Street to be voted Best in Westchester by Westchester Magazine 3 years running. So please come and visit all of our restaurants and shops. Speaking of running, in November, please join us for the annual Trudy Dunbar Memorial 5K Turkey Trot. That's at our Pearson Park down at the Tarrytown waterfront. And it's a 5K race with a 1-mile race for kids. Next, ring in the holidays in Tarrytown at Tarrytown's annual tree lighting and Tash Holiday Market. The Tash Farmers Market was voted second in New York State as the best farmers market. We think it's the first, so come and please shop. And it's open until November 22nd. It's on Saturdays, and they'll have a holiday market in conjunction with our tree lighting on Saturday, December 6th. And then the following weekend, we have our winter stroll, which goes through our business district and go to our wonderful shops for gifts. Tarrytown is one of the most vibrant, accessible, and welcoming communities in Westchester, and I invite you all to come visit us all year round. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. That's Tarrytown Mayor Karen Brown, and certainly there's so many good things that are happening in Tarrytown. One on the business side, and talking about being the second community in Westchester County to have adopted good cause eviction, and that means different things in different communities. But again, having an opportunity to go and take a look there. But whether it was the witches festival this weekend, or this past weekend, but on the 25th, it is an outstanding parade. There'll be many folks that'll come up there. I don't know, there'll be elected officials coming dressed as elected officials, right? That usually come as well, but it is a really great time. There's so many good things that happen, and certainly between Tarrytown and Sleepy Hollow, the Tosh farmers market that happens, Tarrytown TA and Sleepy Hollow SH. So again, some creative people making sure that happens. It is one of the great farmers markets that we have around Westchester County, and there are so many great things that happen around there. And again, the events that are happening in Tarrytown and things down by the waterfront, by the Tappan Zee/Mario M. Cuomo Bridge, and being able to do walks around there. And there is nothing more beautiful than hanging out there in your park. To be able to take a look out and see the different things that are happening, and whether it was lit up this weekend for domestic violence awareness. You had the purple colors that were up there, but there's always changes that happen, and it's just fun being on main streets like Tarrytown. And when you go to the theater and be able to have some food afterwards, and whether you go to the Greek restaurant on the top or go down to some tapas or something else down on the bottom, it means I've been in Tarrytown way too much eating and going on. But again, we want to encourage everyone to visit all of our municipalities. That's why we have the municipal leaders come in and let us know what's going on, because there's so many fun things that are happening, and the village of Tarrytown is awesome and fantastic. So again, thank you so much, Mayor Brown, that was here with us today. At this time, we're going to ask our Deputy Commissioner from the Department of Community and Mental Health, Joe Glazer, to come up here and make an introduction of a very, very important specialist. So.
Thank you. County Executive Jenkins, thank you so much for the opportunity to do this, and Deputy County Executive as well. It's always great to see you. I have the pleasure of introducing one of our newest staff members. The story behind this position is probably the biggest part of the whole thing. As you know, Westchester County Department of Community Mental Health really works to serve three populations of people with behavioral health needs: mental health needs, substance use needs, and needs related to their own intellectual and developmental disabilities. And as you talk about intellectual and developmental disabilities, there is a state agency, the Office for People with Developmental Disabilities, which really operates most of the state level programs. County government, unlike mental health and substance use, we don't have much involvement with the OPWDD system. Much of that has been given out to care coordinators working in the various counties and in the various regions. So we found ourselves about a year and a half ago realizing that there are a lot of people in this state-run system who have very complex needs, who are winding up out of and disconnected from their service system, that we are finding having multiple needs in our other service systems, having addiction issues, having mental health crisis, having near mental health crisis. And we did a survey, and we found that in a one-year period, there were approximately 120 people in this county that we knew of who had fallen through the cracks. So we looked for a way to address this. And we had some state aid funds that we had not spent. But OPWDD, to run a local program like this, requires a 50% match. So we went to the county executive, and we went to the deputy county executive, and we went to the board of legislators, and we came up with a plan, and we came up with funding for a position that we created. The technical title is Case Manager 2. In my mind, it's a boundary spanner. It is a person who is in the community almost every day, helping individuals, helping families get reconnected to the services they need. That brings me to introducing Linda Alcarez Martinez, who is our new case manager to OPWDD. She's actually a White Plains High School graduate. She graduated from Manhattanville, and she has been working in the developmental disabilities, intellectual disability system for several years. And it's kind of funny because I have to tell you, we hired her in August, and when you go out and you recruit employees, and the county executive will most likely agree with this, sometimes when you go out and you recruit employees, you strike gold. And with Linda, we have struck gold. She has already been in the community. She works with Michelle Armisto, who is the program coordinator of OPWDD programs. She has been in the community, meeting with families, working with families. In 2.5 months, she's already out in the community helping the people that we intended for this position to help. So I'm just going to introduce her and let her say a couple of words on her own, but we just wanted to introduce her so that the folks in Westchester County know that if you're in that situation where you have a person, a family member, you yourself have IDD needs, and you're disconnected from the system and near crisis, in crisis, or simply stuck, we have someone who may be able to help you. So Linda, step up.
Thank you, County Executive Jenkins and the team at the Department of Community Mental Health, Commissioner Michael Orth, Deputy Commissioner Joe Glazer, and Program Coordinator Michelle Armisto for this opportunity. Since my recent start at the department, I have been able to connect with intellectuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities that are facing concerns that include hospitalizations, homelessness, financial hardships, and incarceration, and help them receive assistance that they need to make their lives better. Very often, there are services available, but it is challenging to navigate the system and find the program that is best suited for that individual. I look forward to providing these individuals and their families with the proper support and services that they deserve. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Linda, we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Deputy Commissioner Joe Glazer and Linda, we appreciate it very much. At this time, it's quite an honor for me to bring back to the podium here for a special announcement on a program called Lights On After School. Ernie McFadden is a director of our Youth Bureau. He's an old friend of mine, and I'm very proud of the job that he does in the work that he does each and every day with our youth in the community. And there's a national initiative celebrating after-school programs and the vital role they provide in keeping our kids safe, engaged, and supported beyond the school. And joining Ernest today, he'll be introducing the Boys and Girls Club of Northern Westchester's CEO, Eliza Ozer, Esquire, to discuss this program. Ernest and Eliza, why don't you come up?
Thank you, Deputy County Exec Wishing. County Exec Jenkins, thank you for your ongoing support. Good afternoon. My name is Ernest McFadden. I'm the Executive Director for the Westchester County Youth Bureau, and it's always a pleasure to be here to share about the work that we're doing at the county on behalf of young people. I'm joined today by one of our Mighty 7 team members, Susan Weissman, who serves multiple hats, including overseeing some of our programs that we support throughout the county of Westchester. Earlier this year, if you recall, we launched a series called Partnership Matters. The work that we do here in the county, we don't do it alone. We rely heavily on our community partners to touch the lives of young people. This is our third in the series, so we try to come each quarter in front of you to really put a face on what happens on the ground. And so today, we're here to really talk about an initiative called Lights On After School. It's a national program where thousands of non-for-profit organizations around the country serves probably millions and millions of young people during that critical time. By the time the bell rings at 3 o'clock and the parents pick them up at 6 or 7. They're in safe environment, and not only does it empowers the young people to develop critical thinking skills, working well with others, it provides a safe place for parents to have a level of comfort to know that my child is safe with a trusted adult when I either go to work or have some other obligation. Here in Westchester County, through the Youth Bureau, we fund hundreds of programs, and we probably touch the lives of about 7,000 young people during those critical times. We have a sports program, but during that critical time from 3 p.m. until 6:30, we touch the lives of about 7,000 to 8,000 young people. And it's always rewarding when we see them come back and say, hey, I really enjoyed that program. And so enough about me, enough about the Westchester County Youth Bureau. We talk about our partnership matters, about putting a face on the work that's taking place in the community. So with this time, I would like to introduce one of our northern partner, the Boys and Girls of Northern Westchester, and its CEO, Eliza Ozer, to sort of bring it to life for you to talk about what happens on the ground. Eliza?
Good afternoon, and thank you for including us in this extraordinarily important conversation. We are beyond thrilled to celebrate this national event of Lights On. Eliza Ozer, CEO of Boys and Girls Club of Northern Westchester. We are open Monday through Friday from 7 in the morning till 9 o'clock at night. So we are lights on every night, and we applaud that and we appreciate that. We also are extraordinarily appreciative of our partnership with Westchester County. Together we lead programs including College Quest, workforce development, wellness and fitness, and a comprehensive preventative wellness program that we implemented approximately 2 years ago. And we're really blessed because we're the only community-based organization that receives any support for preventative wellness for youth. And on this second anniversary, we have now had over 7,800 one-on-one therapeutic sessions with our on-site clinicians. We also serve in a supervisory capacity whereby we have PhD and master's students so that they can get their training at the club. We run over 40 programs every day, and our average daily attendance exceeds 900 youth every day, so it's busy and loud. Some of the programs that we're blessed enough to include are bilingual academic support every single day after school, learn to swim, art, music, healthy lifestyles, sewing, gardening, leadership, and the wellness skills are integrated in all of the programs from preschool all the way through age 18. And together with the County of Westchester, we have changed the trajectory of more than 300,000 kids and families, and for that we are extraordinarily grateful. This past October 6th was the club's anniversary for its 86th year, and we've had over $1.3 million visits. As we've discussed and Ernest, so appropriately and sensitively shared, when that bell rings and school is out, until such time in which kids are home safely with their parents, many parents working 2 or 3 jobs, that's a crucial time for the programming that children get today. We have kids preschool all the way through age 18, and the club really serves as a second home where children can have age-appropriate academic, social, career skills in a safe place where they can have fun, make friends, and know that they're taken care of. For 16 consecutive years, this past June, 100% of our high school seniors, including those designated at risk, have graduated on time with their peers, went to college, military, and or technical school, and for the last 4 years, they've all gone to college, which that's impact when you work together with your local government and your community partners. We serve over 140,000 hot, nutritious meals that are made on site by our Ladle of Love team. They're nutritious and delicious, and kids need food. We have some significant food scarcity issues throughout the county, including northern Westchester. The club has taught over 70,000 children to be water safe, which includes preschool. They have swim lessons twice a week, and then also after-school programming all the way through. They have weekly Learn to Swim programming as well. The emphasis at the club, as well as other boys and girls clubs, is civic advocacy and leadership. You want to have children who become, altruistic and sensitive, compassionate leaders. They need to be in a place where they see it, they hear it, they learn it. 87% of all children who attend after-school programming at clubs as adults will give back to their community regularly because it becomes part of their DNA. Advocacy is an extraordinarily important program that we have. It runs 12 months out of the year, including legislative analysis, teens speaking in front of government officials, having teens go to Albany as well as DC, fighting for important legislation, and extraordinarily proud that our very teens were part of the group that helped change some legislation so that in New York State, community-based organizations, not just youth-based, but all community-based organizations are eligible for direct support from the state of New York. Just one last thing. We have many teens who are first generations for going to university, and our Youth of the Year, who is a New York State finalist, shared a quote recently, and she said that her dream is to be Dr. Bieberlin Confessor, who cares about her patients and makes a difference in my community. The club shaped me into the leader that I am today, and she started this September studying medicine at Manhattanville. So having programming for children during those hours is crucial, and we thank you tremendously for your support, cooperation, and partnership. Yeah. Can I give you a hug?
Hugs work. That was Eliza Ozer from the CEO, president of the Northern Westchester Boys and Girls Club of Northern Westchester. The person that represents that area is just an outstanding, dynamic legislator, but she's also a liaison for the Youth Bureau. So I'm going to ask our county legislator, Erica Lang Pierce, to come up and share her thoughts, especially on the programs that are going on.
Thank you. So I don't have any prepared thoughts. I came here to support Eliza as I do in everything that she does, because Eliza does so much work for our community. You may hear that incredible speech which she gave and say there's no way that could be accurate, there's no way that could be true. And I'm telling you, it is absolutely accurate and true. I've been in the club on a general afternoon, and the place is humming with kids of all ages, doing everything from the fun activities she talked about to homework, to eating really nutritious food. And I know how much it means for the members of the community to have this safe place to be, to have the support, particularly now, to know that there is a safe place for their kids to go, because parents obviously have to keep working, some of them 2, 3 jobs or even beyond. So these programs are critical for our youth, and we have to keep them going, and I'm so thrilled that we've been able to partner with the Boys and Girls Club, and I'm thrilled to have her in my community. And I do want to say that while I represent 6 towns, the Boys and Girls Club serves such a large community that my 6 towns are not the entirety of her population. She's also drawing people from Putnam. She's getting people from Ossining. She's getting people from Newcastle. I'm looking at her to make sure I'm getting this right. I mean, it really is an incredible place. And if you have a chance to visit, you really should, because to be a club kid in this particular club is a blessing. So thank you for letting me say a few words.
And that was legislator Erica Lang Pierce, who represents the area for the Boys and Girls Club of Northern Westchester, but also as the liaison for the Youth Bureau, and also the chair of the Environment Committee for the Board of Legislators. So she does so many things, has so many hats, but it is really important to make sure those things happen. Coming up next, we're going to have our Director of Energy Conservation and Sustainability, Peter McCart, come and speak to us about what we have going on at the county airport and an airport energy pilot program. Pete.
Thank you, County Executive. Yeah, this is pretty exciting. Transitioning to renewable diesel significantly reduces our environmental footprint without compromising performance. This trial at Westchester Airport allowed us to carefully evaluate the benefits of renewable diesel across all seasons, ensuring that any future decisions are both environmentally and economically sound. What makes these results so important is that renewable diesel is a practical, ready-to-use solution available now. It enables us to reduce greenhouse gas emissions without compromising performance or incurring additional expenses. I'm a little reticent to talk about this as a bridge fuel, but it truly is. It's going to help Westchester County reach our long-term energy goals. There are substantial life cycle greenhouse gas reductions compared to fossil fuel diesel, up to 75% in most uses, but also lower particulate matter and NOx emissions, resulting in reduced air pollution, which is good for the employees as well as the environment. This is not technically a biofuel, but it is produced in similar fashion by refining renewable feedstocks such as used cooking oil, fats, and soybean oil. So it's 100% sustainably sourced, just more deeply refined. And that makes the big win here is that this fuel is a 100% compatible drop-in solution. It meets all federal and state specifications, requires no blending or upgrading of the tanks, the pipelines, or the machinery. In fact, this fuel has multiple benefits to the engine because of the vastly cleaner burn that it has, and therefore less deposits of soot, which increases fuel economy and reduces maintenance costs. So we're very excited to take this, and we're going to see where it goes and use it in some of our other fleet operations, but it's a real win-win-win for everybody. Thank you.
Well, it is definitely a real win-win-win, and we have to continue to do everything that we can do to make sure that we are doing everything to help protect the environment. As our environment chair from the Board of Legislators, Erica Lang Pierce, in a double shout-out moment, has been making sure that we're trying to do. Up next, we have our Diverse Abilities Job and Resource Fair that's coming up tomorrow, October 21st, from 10 to 1 p.m. at Westchester County Center. This important event connects individuals of all experience levels and abilities with local employers who are ready to hire for both full-time and part-time positions. The county is committed to creating a workforce that creates and reflects the diversity and talent of our entire community, including individuals with disabilities. And it's so important. Linda's job is so very important to make sure that that happens. So between 10 and 11, job seekers can participate in individual meetings with potential employees, and advanced registrations required for those sessions. What we understood and found out many years ago was that, in speaking with our professionals, that for those folks that may have disabilities, that the the right opportunity to do with job fairs is not by putting them in a group where sensory things could go on overload with all things happening, to have individual appointments, and that has worked best. And this is not our first Diverse Abilities Job and Resource Fair, and again, it has been so very successful that we have employers coming back, and we have people getting hired and being able to be great members of our society. So you have to have advanced registration for that participation. Make sure that you could call Jeff Zatowski at 914-995-2956 or jmza at westchestercountyny.gov. I know that was scrolling across the bottom of the screen. We're going to have local employers, again, from a variety of industries will be on site, eager to meet candidates and discuss open positions. And it's going to be another opportunity, again, October 21st from 10 to 1 at the Westchester County Center. Up next, we're going to have Richard getting ready to give us his freestyle skills and talk about everything that's happening in the park system. Richard.
Thank you, sir. Okay. We do want to once again talk about our nationally accredited award-winning parks system. You know, most people don't know that we have over 50 parks in that system and some 18,000 acres. I know that the county executive has been to every single acre of our nationally accredited parks. He loves our parks, and thanks to his support and the support of our Board of Legislators, we continue to improve our park system, and hopefully many of you will take the opportunity to visit. And some of the programs we just want to mention to you today, on Friday, October 24th from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Playland Amusement Park, once again, we're having Scared by the Sound. That's the Westchester's ultimate haunted destination, holding terrifying thrills, haunted walkthroughs, and spooky surprises. And that's on Fridays through Sundays in October, with the final 3 days being Thursday, October 30th through Saturday, November 1st. Tickets can be bought for varying time slots. They run from $29 to $40 per person, and parking is $10 a car. So make sure that you contact the Recreation Department and get your tickets and enjoy a very exciting time for our kids and your families. On Saturday, October 25th from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Lasden History and Highlights, at Lasden Public Gardens and Veterans Memorial, we have a program called Lasden History and Highlights Tour. And that's featuring urban naturalist Bruce Rosenberg, leading a walking tour that focuses on Lasden's history and highlights. Stops include the William and Mildred Lasden Memorial Garden, the magnolia trees, the lilacs, conifers, and azalea garden, and of course Lasden's main house. That program will also be held on November 22nd and December 6th. And then on Saturday, October 25th, from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., we're having a program at the Del Bello Muscoot Farm called Horse Grooming. And this is an opportunity for people and children ages 12 and older. They can visit the farm and experience the joy of grooming our friendly horse, Haley. This hands-on program gives children the opportunity to help care for Haley through brushing and grooming, which supports coat maintenance and encourages positive socialization. This program will run again on November 8th and December 6th, and there is a price of $20 for participation. On Saturday, October 25th, from 1 p.m. to 8:30, we're having the Spooktacular Oktoberfest, and that's at the Trailside Nature Museum at Ward Pound Ridge Reservation. It's come dressed in costume while you trick or treat, go through a haunted sugar shack, make crafts, paint pumpkins, and see live animals, play in a bounce house, and enjoy live music. There's food available for purchase. It's a rain or shine event, and it is $25 a person. Children 3 and under are free. And as the county executive has reminded us several times, we're going to have a program called Freestyle, and that's at the Westchester County. It's celebrating 40 years of freestyle with legends of the genre such as TKA, George Lamond, Judy Torres, and many more. And I have to admit, I've never heard of any of them. But I know the county executive is a big fan. So, sorry, that's our program for today.
All right, thank you. Thank you. That's Richard Wishley, our deputy county executive. He definitely knows some TKA joints. I'm telling you, he's going to do that. He's going to take us home later on. We have had a wonderful program today, but I wanted to make sure to take some time out to remind folks, especially that we still are going through Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We had Making Strides yesterday at Manhattanville University. Hundreds of thousands of people were out there walking around for that. Certainly, Pete McCart had on his pink bow that is on his jacket lapel, because he's a real man wearing pink, as I am with other folks. But we want to make sure to give a special shout out for someone that is celebrating and recognizing 25 years of being cancer free, and that is our good friend Tony Faziano from our communications team, that is celebrating and recognizing that he's out there working hard. And I know that he was out there with the real men as well. He doesn't have his pink on today, but that's okay. He's wearing that proudly and being a survivor, and continues to make sure that we're bringing that information out to so many people that are survivors and supporters of folks that we've lost because of cancer, and knowing that we are going to continue to work as hard as we can together to make a difference and to be able to find that cure, so that we can keep moving on, even if some folks at our federal government aren't helping as much as they need to. So this weekend we have coming up, again, so many great things, not just in the nationally accredited and award-winning park system. Make sure you download the Parks app on your Android or iOS device to be able to see those, and you got discounts that are in there as well. While you're there, make sure you take that opportunity to get to the Department of Community and Mental Health app, and to be able to download that, to be able to identify some of the services and support that we can continue to hear. And Linda Martinez Alcaraz has been able to work and make sure to move forward with in DCMH. Lights On After School is a continuing great program, and one of those places that we have lights on all the time in the Northern Westchester, the Boys and Girls Club of Northern Westchester. Eliza Ozer was here, Esquire was here, the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club of Northern Westchester, to be able to talk about all of that. Pete McCart talking about energy conservation and sustainability, but with a new energy pilot program that we have, and again, the Diverse Abilities Job Fair. But we started off today with something with our mayor from the village of Tarrytown, Karen Brown, and all the things that are happening in Tarrytown. Again, this time of year is especially challenging, as everyone wants to come up and see the Headless Horseman and all those things that happen there. And the she doesn't have a nationally accredited yet. We're going to work on that and see if we can get the nationally accredited. But she did remind us that it was the Main Street Award winning for the village of Tarrytown, and all of the various venues that they have, especially the restaurants and things that are on Main Street. But they have an outstanding, and it is again the #1 parade for Halloween that happens. So again. Come out, and she reminded people that they should use public transportation, because parking is a challenge. I know people that go, I'm not going over there at all, but the chances that you can go to one of the neighbors on the river towns, especially park in one of the authorized parking areas, trying to stay off the streets, but in the parking areas, and be able to get down to Tarrytown. You're right at the foot of Main Street that way, and be able to participate and be able to have so much fun and enjoyable, and not have to worry about trying to find someone to park, because it's kind of impossible at this point in time of year. So with 15,000 people coming through Tarrytown on the weekend, Tarrytown and Sleepy Hollow on the weekends. With that, I'm County Executive Ken Jenkins. Thank you so much for watching. If you have some other opportunities that come up, we're going to look forward to hearing from you and bringing those to you. But again, take advantage of all those things that are happening in Westchester County, and whether they have a fee involved or not, there are so many things that are happening around Westchester County during this time of year. Take some time to enjoy your local community. Thanks for watching.